We've all heard the race in AI is about making models bigger, faster, and smarter. But what if the real game changer isn't power, it's trust? Google just dropped VaultGemma, a model built not to be the smartest in the room, but the safest. It's trained in a way that makes memorizing sensitive data nearly impossible, something no AI has pulled off at this scale before. In a world where we worry every single day about what companies know about us, this might be one of the biggest shifts in artificial intelligence so far. VaultGemma is part of Google's Gemma family of AI models. Gemma itself is Google's effort to create smaller, open, but reliable AI systems that developers and researchers can actually use in their own work. Unlike the giant black box systems like GPT-4 or Gemini Ultra, which are closed off and tightly controlled, Gemma models are designed to be accessible. VaultGemma takes that one step further. Instead of only being open, it's also built with privacy at its very core. This combination of openness and privacy is what makes it so interesting. Now, VaultGemma is no small model. It has about 1 billion parameters. That may sound like a huge number, and it is. But compared to massive systems like GPT-4, which is believed to have hundreds of billions of parameters, it's actually much smaller. So why is this 1 billion parameter model getting attention? The answer lies not in its size, but in how it was trained. Google used a technique called differentially private stochastic gradient descent to train VaultGemma. The name sounds complicated, but the idea is easier than it seems. Normally, when an AI learns from training data, there's always a risk that it might memorize exact pieces of information. That becomes dangerous if the training data includes personal or sensitive details. DPSGD prevents this by introducing a special kind of mathematical noise during the training process. The model still learns the overall patterns, but it doesn't memorize private details. This is what gives VaultGemma formal privacy guarantees. The main advantage of this training method is that no single piece of data can shape the model too strongly. In traditional AI training, there's always a chance that the system might memorize something specific from its dataset and reproduce it later if prompted. That kind of behavior becomes risky when the data contains personal or sensitive details. VaultGemma's design makes this far less likely because the model learns general patterns instead of holding on to exact examples. This shift is what makes it stand out, an AI that can still perform tasks effectively while protecting the privacy of the data it was trained on. It's a step forward that many researchers see as a meaningful breakthrough. This is a big deal when you consider how other AI systems have behaved. We've already heard stories of AI chatbots spitting out phone numbers, emails, and even sensitive internal documents when users pushed them with clever prompts. That kind of data leak is exactly what VaultGemma is designed to prevent. The ability to block memorization makes it stand out in the crowded field of large language models. Here's where the trade-off becomes clear. VaultGemma is not the strongest model in terms of raw intelligence. When tested on standard benchmarks, its performance is closer to older open models rather than the cutting-edge systems that dominate today's AI race. It doesn't process massive amounts of information at once, and it's not built to deliver state-of-the-art reasoning power. But that was never its purpose. The real value of VaultGemma lies in its design, protecting data while still being useful for a wide range of tasks. This raises an important question. Should the future of AI focus only on raw brainpower, or should it also prioritize privacy and safety? VaultGemma suggests that sometimes safeguarding information can matter more than chasing the highest scores. Another important point is accessibility. Google didn't just announce VaultGemma and keep it locked away in its own systems. They released the model's weights publicly on Hugging Face, under the Gemma license. This means researchers, developers, and even smaller startups can download and experiment with it directly. It's a refreshing move toward transparency in an industry where AI models are often hidden behind paywalls or closed platforms. Instead of simply saying, "Trust us, it's private," Google is putting the model in the hands of the community so people can test it and use it themselves. When it comes to capabilities, VaultGemma has a context length of about 1024 tokens. In simple terms, this means it can process and respond to a few pages of text at once. While this isn't as large as the tens of thousands of tokens supported by the most advanced models, it's still more than enough for many common tasks. Whether it's summarizing information, analyzing short documents, or generating structured responses, VaultGemma performs reliably within its design limits. The smaller context window does place some restrictions on handling very long or complex inputs, but for a wide range of everyday applications, it remains highly effective. VaultGemma proves that usefulness doesn't always depend on having the biggest memory size. The big question is whether we can truly trust the privacy claims behind VaultGemma. The reality is that no AI system can ever provide absolute guarantees. VaultGemma represents a major step forward in how we think about artificial intelligence. For years, the focus in AI has been on building the biggest and most powerful systems, with performance benchmarks driving the competition. Privacy and safety often came as afterthoughts, addressed only when problems became too visible to ignore. VaultGemma flips that script. Instead of chasing records, it demonstrates a different path, the one where AI isn't just strong and capable, but also designed with trust and protection at its core. The implications are huge. In any setting where AI interacts with sensitive or personal information, privacy isn't just a bonus, it's essential. Take a hospital, for example, where AI might be used to help draft patient records. If the system accidentally memorized and leaked that information, the outcome wouldn't just be embarrassing, it could be catastrophic. Or picture a bank using AI to analyze financial data. One mistake that could put millions of people at risk. This is exactly where VaultGemma stands out. It's good in these situations because it was built from the ground up with privacy protections in mind. By reducing the chances of memorization and data leakage, it gives organizations the confidence to use AI in areas where security is non-negotiable. There's also the symbolic side of it. By releasing VaultGemma, Google is sending a message. The future of AI might not be about who has the biggest model with the highest benchmark scores. It might be about who builds systems people can trust. If privacy-first models like VaultGemma become the new standard. So VaultGemma may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but it might be one of the safest. And in a world where data is the new gold, privacy could turn out to be the real superpower. Google has taken a bold step by releasing this model, and whether or not it becomes the new standard, it forces us to think about what we value most in AI raw performance. Would you give up a little performance in exchange for stronger privacy guarantees? Or do you think people will always chase the smartest AI no matter the risks? Tell me in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the world of AI and technology. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.